Welcome back to another episode of Glory's Fight Watch. And again, we have Kevin VanNostrand. Many going to say one of the best kickboxers to come out of, the U.S., I'm going to say. And you have a huge opportunity in this fight. And we're going to set the stage. This is for the interim featherweight championship of the world.
Yes.
How did that sound once you heard that? Because I remember we had a conversation that I'm going to bring up. You asked me before this fight, how does it feel to win a world title? And we kind of looked at each other, and you kind of got emotional. You know, I saw your eyes, and then that actually made me emotional. You getting emotional made me emotional, and here we are in the lobby hugging it out. But this fight had those words to it. So preparing for it, tell me where your mindset was. You know, what's going to happen?
And this is everything that I worked up for. Right here was all the hard work, dedication, blood, sweat, and tears. Everything I ever wanted was right in front of me. It was mine for the taking.
Do you have something in your head preparing for this fight? Is it, I want this more than anything? Is it, I need this for my family. I need this for my career.
Yeah.
This is something I wanted when I was young. What is it that motivated you?
I'm willing to die out there. That's what I told my trainer. Whatever that needs to be done.
Yeah. People think that's crazy, man. But you know what? In my world title fight, I said the exact same thing. I said I will not leave without that belt. Is that the mentality you have to have in this, or what?
Yeah, that confidence, and you can't just, do it without putting that hard work in there. You have to definitely do that. But yeah, it was definitely a dream that I needed to accomplish.
And again, looking here, you have 17 professional fights to 116 professional fights.
Yeah, Anvar
that
is
doesn't
no
mean
joke.
anything for you?
Yes, and then, where did those fights come from? I know he's fought some of the top-notch guys.
Well, for people who don't know you, right away they write you off on this record, right?
Yeah, I'm always the underdog. It's fine. I've been like that for more than half my career.
Okay. You like being in that position?
It doesn't faze me anymore. At first, I was like, man, he's got 70 fights. Man, he's got like 100 fights. Now it's just like, we're both human. Yeah. Who wants it more? Who's putting that work in? Who is willing to go above and beyond and put that extra work in? And hands down, I am. There's no question about that. We step in the ring, tap gloves, there's one person walking out.
One number that stands out on this fight metric breakdown is your striking differential per minute. So that just plus 5.4. So that just means you're attacking so often. Is that a strategy against these more experienced opponents? Because when I fought all these big names, I didn't want to wait back, so I used pressure as a way to try to shut down that experience. Is that something you look at to do?
Use pressure, but don't gas out. It all depends on the opponent, I would say. It all depends on the opponent.
What's the game plan knowing that you're fighting someone like Anvar Boynazarov? And at this time, in this tournament, he had one of the knockouts of the year, and he just knocked out Fabio Pinca, which everybody was one of the craziest knockouts that we've seen in Glory.
Put him to sleep.
Yeah, it was one of the craziest knockouts we've seen. So, I mean, you've got to be a little bit nervous, and you have to be respecting his power in this fight.
Oh, definitely. He's no joke. He's got over 50 knockouts, and I was definitely afraid of, his power. I did feel it, and but it wasn't any stronger than my why though. The reason why I was in that ring, and then once I was reminded that, it felt like nothing could beat me.
So what's the initial game plan? You have a heavy hitter, Muay Thai background. He comes forward, but not really aggressively. He more counter punches. So what's your initial game plan once you heard you had him?
Make him miss, get him to reach, and then, my trainer told me to take my knee and just, put it like a spear through his heart, just right through his solar plex.
We're going to see what happens in this fight, but again, back at Madison Square Garden, man.
This is where dreams come true, I guess.
This home's been pretty good to you.
Yes.
Madison Square Garden, you won a qualifier tournament to get this shot, I believe.
Yes, I did. He's a badass right there. I give it to him. he hits hard.
Yeah, and he dedicates. He lives his life in Thailand full time. And you're here, family, and you even work a full-time job, don't you?
Yes, I do, and I enjoy it. It's an inspiration to others. And people tell me all the time, like, how do you do it? I'm like, how do you not do it? You get 24 hours in a day. It's what you do with it.
Because you wake up, you got to take care of your family, you go to work, and then you have to find time for training.
I call that the American dream, right there.
You know, it's crazy to say that, but very few fighters work full-time jobs, you know, and I think a lot of times you have to really balance your life, and you must have a good balance on that. Another name who stands out is Richard Abraham. You know, family guys who compete and work full-time. Yeah, that's your American dream.
There's a mirror right there, clapping.
He seems like your hype man. He seems to always have this something for you that gets you going.
He's my inspiration.
What is he telling you all the time? Because it always seems like he's in your ear saying
What is he not telling me? That man, if I have a bad day at work, I call him up. Within 30 seconds, he's got me laughing and got me pushing more.
I just came out of the elevator and I saw him. And just his excitement got me hyped up, man.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, he's just he's listening. Let's not say anything too bad.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. The eye of the tiger against the mean-looking Anvar.
Yeah, he is ugly.
No comment. All right, let's see what happens. So he's got a lot of energy, he feels his power. Then there's Kevin.
Like always,
coming in forward.
Apply the pressure. I want to see what he can do. You know, get him to do something.
So that's kind of Anvar style. He really shells up and he's gonna wait to. Ooh, what happened there?
I didn't see it. What happened?
I don't know. You gotta tell me.
Yeah, he hit me with a left hook.
A left hook. And what do you? Chris Wagner's counting you. Felt good right away.
Yeah, I'm getting mad.
Did it affect you anything? We full consciousness now?
Yeah, it woke me up. That was the first time I've ever had a standing 8 count.
Here you're trying to use straight punches with him coming in. Trying to use your jab, your straights.
Create some distance. I don't want to throw any hooks or anything. Give him an opportunity to move forward.
You took a look. Your corner's telling you something.
Yeah, he said time the right hook. Ooh. And that's exactly what I did.
Let's take a look back before that. Let's see if I mess this up. Because it's a late reaction too, right?
Yeah. So I look and he says, just time the right hook.
Ooh.
Boom. And it's a bad angle right here.
I think that hopefully the replay will show a better angle. So you're trying to time the right hook with the knee.
Yes.
Because in a bad angle, I don't think you can see the knee. And what's the little celebration pose? Power Rangers?
My little signature move I like to do. You know,
and what is it?
Some people call it a tornado kick. I call it a 540. It really is a double crescent kick, but I land on the same foot I kick with.
That's from your Kempo days?
Yes, my martial art background.
So do you still practice a lot of like the traditional side of it?
Not so much. I've done it so many times that it's drilled into my brain whether I want to lose it or not.
James Law right in there with you.
Oh yeah.
Getting some good shots.
Great photographer. Here
so
it is
now what's in your head? You finally did it.
Yes.
You know, do you even know what's happening after this, or are you just happy that the knockout happened?
Yeah, after this, the first thing I said to Amir was, go get my kids.
Okay. It wasn't go get my belt, it's go get my kids.
No, I want my kids to experience this moment.
Oh, there's that.
You know, I timed it.
Right on the liver. Have you ever been hit to the body that hard?
I don't know how hard that was. I've hit him as hard as I could, but I don't think anybody's hit me as hard as I've hit them, which is good, I hope.
Yeah, I get that question too. I was like, who's the hardest low kicker? I was like, I've never been hit that hard. I don't know.
I'll find out someday.
Hopefully not.
That's right.
All right, so here's again, very quick fight. And I think this was even nominated for Comeback of the Year.
Yes, I got lucky for that one. Comeback of the Year, he hit me. I got up, I'm like, nah, it's not my day. I'm not quitting. Came back and delivered an explosive blow. He didn't get up.
I think because when we were calling it, we had no idea what was happening. We had zero clue. Everything happened so fast. All of a sudden, you're on the canvas. You know, seconds later, you have Anvar on the canvas.
Mm-hmm.
Is it over? It wasn't over. It was a very unique ending. But you can see that the pressure's gone.
Yeah, definitely one for the books right there.
How many times have you rewatched them putting your belt on?
Oh, too many.
It's never too many, man. It's never too many.
I lost count. Yeah.
Where's the belt now? Where do you keep it?
I keep it in the house. I've moved all my other belts to the dojo, which this one will be going to the dojo shortly.
Okay.
We gotta find a nice spot for it, but it's not even really mine. It's more like my team's. Everyone that helped me get this far, they all got a little part in it. It's not just mine. The glory's not all mine. Even though I am putting the work in, but I'm shadowing everyone that I've trained with. My trainer, my promoter, my friends has pushed me along this whole time. It's all of ours.
What has changed in your life since this moment?
The amount of the community that has my back. Going to the grocery store, I can't go alone. Someone knows who I am. I have a conversation with somebody. I love that. I help out the community. My kids, they tell me, hey, the principal saw you on TV. Like that right there is like warms my heart. I love it.
Where do you want to take this?
I'm gonna take
Where
this.
do you see Kevin VanNostrand? You know, everyone's got goals and long-term visions. Where do you see yourself?
I want kids to put on a pair of boxing gloves and say, I'm Kevin VanNostrand and I'm fighting. I want them to be inspired.
I bet you it's already happening, my man. All right, you have your post-fight now. Something you planned? Do you go through those visualizations when you're preparing for these fights?
You have to. But then again, you do it 1,000 times, you still forget what to say.
Yeah. Well, that's the beautiful part of it.
Mm-hmm.
That's emotion. Was it as good as you predicted?
Oh, better.
Better?
And look, I got my girls right there. Can't ask for any more.
You know, some people say, they ask me, what was one of the best parts of winning for me? I said, to be honest, it was going to my bed and literally nobody's around and just putting my head on the pillow, knowing that I did it. You know, because the countless nights you don't sleep, the amount of nights you're going to bed nervous, you're scared, am I going to get knocked out? You're having dreams of you being on the canvas. But then that day you put your head on that pillow.
I'm not the only one.
There you go.
I'm not the only one that feels that. Thank you, Joe.
How do we build, you know, it's Holland right now is known as like the hotbed and all the champions from there. How do you make America as great as the Dutch and the European fighters? What do you have to do? What does the American fighters need to do to grow this sport even bigger?
They need a leader. And I'm their guy.
I like it. Strong ending, my man.
Thank you.
Nice talking to you.
Awesome.
That you killed that one. You killed that one, boy. See? You nailed that last one, bro.
Oh, man.
Are you ready for glory?
Hey, this is Kevin VanNostrand. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button and subscribe below.